Hi, this is Raina. Thank you for joining me on my crochet channel. In this video, I will show you how to crochet the Barbie Holiday Dress. And this is a simple, elegant looking dress. And I wanted to add some extra to it. So with this one, I used this metallic gold thread to make these stripes and the neckline. But in a tutorial I will show you how to make this one, because here I used this fine rhinestone chain for these stripes and for the neckline. I would say this is an intermediate skill level project using a fine thread and fine crochet hook, also working with a fine chain for the accent. And we'll make the dress in 5 steps. We start here with the first 9 rows with the chain. Second step, we will continue with the middle part. Third step, we'll do the top and shoulder straps. Then fourth step, we will add the rounds on the bottom, and last step we'll do the back closure and also the neckline with the chain. And to finish the dress, we'll sew on the buttons. And I'm using a finer thread this time for this holiday dress. So this is DMC cotton pearl. It is size 8 and it has 10 grams. 1 ball is enough. And crochet hook for this is 1.75 millimeters. I'm also using the chain. So this is the package I got from my local craft store. It's a chain that consists of these tiny rhinestones. One chain is 24 inches long and I need 2 of them. One of them will go entirely for the bottom part of the dress, and then I need a bit more for the neckline. If you can't find a chain like that, you can definitely use tiny beads instead, or use a contrast color thread to add some accent. And I'm also using these tiny buttons for the back closure. There's 6 of them. They are 1/4 inch or 7 millimeters in size. And let's get started. And we start with the bottom part of the dress where we add the chain. It's the first 9 rows, and first chain 47, and now the first row, single crochet in each chain, starting with that second chain from hook. You'll have 46 single crochets. And starting second row, chain 1, turn, and now I'm going to add my chain. So I need to place it here. I'm going to make stitches in front of the chain, so always that first placement can be a bit challenging here. I'm going to leave one piece out so it's a bit easier. Okay, here is my first stitch. And just as if holding another thread inside my stitches, I'm holding the chain instead and just stitching over it. Let's see. It looks really great on the other side. And continue. And I got this second row done. These chain rows definitely take longer to do. Third row starts with chain, and now let's see. So this is now our right side. And at this point, let's cut off the chain. So after this last piece, just you need to be really careful not to cut the thread. There. And next row is already made a chain. We just need to now single crochet in each stitch. I'm trying to get my hook through both loops here. And when I started that second row with chain, I left two of these little rhinestones here, so it was easier to attach that way. Now I'm going to cut these two off, same as on the other side, just pulling it a bit. Be careful not to cut the thread. Oh, it flew off. And so 3 rows made. Fourth row, chain 1, turn, and again we're going to attach the chain same way. Okay, so I have to position my thread here so it goes over the chain. Chain will remain inside my stitch, and again just start single crochets, keeping the chain inside stitches. I've done it now a few times, and it was kind of difficult at first, so it may take a few tries, but it gets easier. And the result is definitely worth the effort. So now complete this row same way, and I finished the row. I already made a chain and turned the work, and now I'm going to again cut the chain here after that last piece. So pulling it as much as I can not to cut the thread. And now repeat row 5. Just make single crochets in each stitch. Then again chain 1 and turn. On the 6th row add the chain, same way. And then 7th row make single crochets again. 8th row is the last row to add the chain, and then finish with a 9th row with just single crochets. And then we'll continue with the middle part of the dress. First part of the dress, 9 rows are finished. Now next row 10 starts with 2 chains, then turn, and this does not count as double crochet. But now we're going to first make 3 double crochets, 1 in each next stitch. And next we'll make 2 double crochets together. So yarn over, insert hook in next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through first 2 loops, and leave last 2 loops on hook. Don't finish. Yarn over and insert hook in the next stitch, pull up loop, pull through first 2 loops. Now you have 3 loops on hook, pull through all of them. This is 2 double crochets together. Next double crochet 1 in each next 3, 2 and 3, and again 2 double crochets together. Start the first one in next stitch, then start the second one in next, and then pull through 3 loops and hook. Make 3 double crochets. And again 2 together in next 2 stitches. Continue, and you have 38 stitches on row 10. Row 11, chain 1 and turn, and we're going to just half double crochet in each stitch. Row 12, chain 2 and turn. We're going to make double crochet stitches in front loops. So inserting hook through this front loop, not through both as usual, but just front, make double crochet. So this will create this nice kind of like a stripe here on the right side. If we leave that second loop unworked, so you see this one is unworked, we only insert hook through that one here. It's kind of like the top loop, top horizontal loop. And next row is again half double crochet stitches, chain 1 and turn, and make 1 half double crochet. Now I'm inserting hook through both these upper loops. And again, next row, chain 2, turn, and inserting hook through these upper loops only. So I see here 3 loops, 1, 2, 3. So this middle, that's most up here, double crochet. So this repeats now as we did before. Double crochets in upper loops, or technically called front loops only. And now we have completed 14 rows, and let's make 4 more rows repeating the last 2. So next row, chain 1 and turn, and make half double crochets inserting hook through both loops. So this is 15. Then row 16, you chain 2, turn, and double crochets through front loops only. Then 17, again chain 1 and half double crochets, and row 18, chain 2 and double crochets through front loops only. And then we'll continue with the top of the dress. Next row is 19. It's going to be single crochets. This is the top now, and we need to increase in every 9th stitch. Chain 1 and turn. So first make 8 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in the next 9th make 2 single crochets, and repeat until the end of this row. To finish this row, after the last increase, I have 2 stitches left, so just single crochet in each of these, and when you count, you have total 42 single crochets. And next row, chain 1, turn, and just single crochet in each stitch here. So you also have 42. And now continue and make 2 more rows with just single crochet stitches, 42 on each row. Next, we're going to start shaping the neckline and make the right top part of the dress. And so for that, continue the single crochet rows, chain 1 and turn, but now just work 21. So just a half up to here. And after 21 single crochets, we're going to chain 1 and turn and continue here on this side, make 21 again, and repeat these single crochet rows here on this side, 21 stitches on each row. Make total of 7 rows to end up with the last stitch here in the center part. And from here now we're going to start our first shoulder strap, and chain 1 and turn, and we just now single crochet 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then chain 1 and turn. and again 8 single crochets. Make total of 16 rows of these 8 single crochets. I finished 16 rows of the first shoulder strap, and now we're going to attach it to this part here, these stitches, with slip stitches. And first I'm going to fold it here. And the first thing, insert hook through the first stitch on the strap, and then also through the first stitch here. Pull the thread through, and also through the loop on hook. And then slip stitch the next one. And here's the last one. And now I'm going to cut off thread here. Fasten off. And now we can fold it so the right side is out, and so this part is done. Now join thread again with make a slip knot, and first on the other side now we're going to make 7 rows, first 21 stitches, and we need to start here in this corner, so we end up at the end of 7th row here to make the second shoulder strap. So just join it here in this first stitch with single crochet and make 21 stitches and 7 rows. And after 7 rows we're going to make the second shoulder strap, and again make 16 rows of 8 single crochets. And now we'll attach the second shoulder strap, first folding it here. I'm going to turn working loop is here. So on this side, I want to insert hook through the stitch here, then the stitch on strap. Next is here. Last one. Just to make sure I made it right, and cut off thread again, fasten off. And let's see. It's starting to take shape. Next we'll do the bottom of the dress. So turn it around. We're going to work into these foundation chain loops down here, and we're going to make rounds. Make a slip knot. And single crochet, inserting hook in this first chain loop. Make single crochet in the next loop, and we also have to increase here in every third stitch. In the next loop, make 2 single crochets. Again, 1 in the next and 1 in the next, and now make 2 in the next. One and 1 and 2 in the next. And you have a total of 61 stitches with increases. Now I'm going to bring the other end close so I can connect them and make a slip stitch in that first single crochet. Next round is going to be just double crochets in each stitch. Chain 2 and then make a double crochet in that same stitch, and in each next. And finish this round slip stitch in top of that first double crochet. Next round is going to be single crochets in back loops only. So here I'm going to try to make that first one. It's tight because I just made slip stitch in it, but here. And now see, this is the back loop. Insert hook here, so not through both here, but only the back. And single crochets. To finish this round, again slip stitch in a first single crochet. And now you repeat these last 2 rounds 3 more times. So next round is double crochets, which starts with 2 chains and then just double crochet in each stitch. So here you insert hook through both loops. Next round you chain 1 and you do the single crochets in back loops only. And so repeat these 2 rounds 3 more times. So you'll total have 6 more rounds in addition to these we already made here. After you're done with these bottom row rounds, fasten off the thread, and before we can make the back closure and neckline, weave in all these ends. There's quite a few here. I finished the rounds here. I weaved in all the ends and I used the ends here to stitch up here. For a few rows we don't need this opening to be that low, so we're going to fit 1 button here and then 5 buttons here. Next we'll do the back closure this side with button loops, and with the slip knot we'll join the thread here, make a single crochet, and now go into the next space, single crochet, and here with a 3rd stitch I want to make my first button loop, chain 6, 4, 5, 6, and now I want to slip stitch in through that single crochet below. And then I will continue with single crochets. And we're gonna make 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And second button loop, chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch through the single crochet below, and 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 and 5. Chain 6 for third button loop, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Slip stitch through the single crochet up below, and again 5 single crochets. And I made 5 button loops here. After the last one, I'm going to make 1, 2 more single crochets, and then finish. Here is that shoulder strap connection. I'm gonna slip stitch here. And now we need to cut off the thread and fasten off. Because to use the chain for the neckline, that's the next step, we need to start in this side, and we're going to stitch on the wrong side so the chain will remain on the right side. And make a slip knot. Grab your next piece of chain, and on this opposite side from the loops, try to place the chain here. And we're going to start single crochet stitches in that connection space where the shoulder strap was attached. I'm going to make first single crochet here. And keeping my chain inside stitches just like we did before. Now I want to single crochet. I'm making single crochets in these end spaces of each row, and I'm skipping 1 row after 2. So I made 2 single crochets here. Next would be here. I'm going to skip it, go into the next end space, single crochet there, and then next one goes in the next. Don't skip. After 2, again skip. So this one would be next stitch, skip that, go into the next. 1 and 2. Again after that second stitch, skip this, and next 2. Again skipping this, and in the next 1 and 2. Skip this, go in the next 1 and 2. Let's see here. Looks good. Skipping this, go in the next 1 and 2. Skip this, the next 1 and 2. So here I'm at the center here. I'm going to make 2 single crochets together, pull up loop in this first space, pull up loop in that second space, and pull through all loops on hook. And the second part, going to make 1 and 2, skip next space, this one, 1 and 2, skip this, 1, 2, keep doing this, and I finished. So, and the last stitch here will go also in this connection space of that shoulder strap. And with this, again, I'm going to cut off my thread, fasten off, and now I can also cut my chain. Being careful not to cut the thread, it's quite close here. Neckline is done, and let's just now do the other side where the buttons will go. And one more time, make a slip knot, and let's join it right here under the, next to that first piece of chain. And I'm just going to make now single crochets. When this is done, I will sew on the buttons. So here's just an edge to make. Finished all the single crochets on this edge, and last time cut off the thread, but now I'm going to leave a longer tail so I can use it for the buttons. And I put my long tail on this fine sewing needle. Here is my finished dress. And let's try it on, see how it fits her. And I think it fits perfectly. So she is ready to go to the party, and you will find the written pattern on my blog. The link is in video description box. Hope you have fun making this Barbie holiday dress. Thank you so much for watching and happy crocheting.